Hello, my friends. Welcome back once again. It's Hambbage here, and Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft is sure to follow. Let's be real sure we get rid of this starting slide. Boy, oh boy, was I sad to see, and it took me a while. It was the dragon fight. Man, I got bit again hard, and I tell you, it it's a huge vulnerability for anybody who's starting out. I hope you're not working in the same kind of situation I am from a single screen laptop. For me, the big risk there is I can't be looking at my uh, OBS, which is what I use to manage the recordings window, at the same time that I'm uh, playing the game. And I had grabbed screenshots even during that game. That was kind of baffling to me at first. I was like, but I got good screenshots. I have one of like the explosion when I was taking down the dragon, and I was wondering why if that goes, do I not get the screen? Well, of course the game is just pulling that screenshot directly onto my system. It doesn't care at all about the recording. So I was just foolish. So I apologize anybody that found themselves caught and had to endure that content. Man, that's a big regret on my end. I did not intend to leave you guys without visual. I mean, if you really want to sit through and endure it. Fortunately, it's a bunch of obsidian mining, and we all know that isn't it's super exciting content anyway. So that's a bit of a silver lining, at least. If there was one to go, it's drop an hour of obsidian mining and me rambling, and then yeah, hope you guys will forgive me for missing the dragon fight. The other piece of good news there is that we already knew we were going to have to come back and um, do another dragon fight because we need the spyglass achievement. And I hope I'm not going into a bay other than around an island here. If so, we'll break the boat and run it as opposed to just going. I kind of think we're going to swing back around to the icebergs. If I'm not mistaken, that's the same swamp, maybe. Fingers crossed, or not. Oh man. So hey, yeah, welcome. That was just the opening there. I felt terrible. I understand as you're getting going with these kind of things, mistakes like that will happen. I just apologize to you guys, and due to the style that I'm trying to play here, where we are. Ooh, um, focusing as much as possible on grabbing all of the content. I'm also not particularly trying to hide those mistakes. I think there's a lot of people out here like me who play the game and think, could I make videos? Could I do that? From my side, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you put on your tough skins, your thick, resistant to criticism pants, and understand that you're not going to be perfect and you don't have to be. I think a lot of the audience will appreciate that. And, you don't have to follow my style. It's probably begging for a little bit of extra critique there. So many people do a wonderful job editing their videos and shaping that content to make it super consumable. And when you do that, you don't have to air out it's not you're not doing anything wrong. I'm mainly doing it for myself to save on the processing time. I've been here, so that's a big bonus when you're um, can I believe it when you're playing through content and recording is not having to go back through and edit. The processing time is down to nothing. I get some time to maybe make a thumbnail if I do, write up the little description and tags, send out a tweet, and an hour or so to process the video, and that's about it. So I guess the takeaway, if I could say learn from my mistakes, it's don't be paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake. It'll be okay. And again, it hasn't been that long. I haven't heard anything specifically, but I know from others the feedback I've gotten has been so great that I really just appreciate it. All of you that are watching and reaching out, letting me know. Thanks so much. I appreciate you taking the time to offer the feedback. Definitely opening my eyes to a lot of great content out there. It's tough to find content purely searching through YouTube because, as we all know, the heavy hitters, and by design, right? If I'm not searching for specifically vanilla hardcore Minecraft or any other content that's out there, I want the big visible hits, right? If I'm just searching for a video to watch on YouTube about a topic, I would much prefer that YouTube give me the one that 40 million people think is great than the one that 10 people have watched. Because outside of the gaming on a particular style, it's generally a rule of thumb going to be more in line with what you're looking for. The difference is, don't get me wrong, the high-end streamers are producing great content, and I love that too. I certainly have my favorites. I don't watch them all. In my mind, a lot of them are kind of forced energy, right? It's a lot of targeting a younger audience with screaming and shrieking and all that kind of stuff, and I try to offer commentary that's fitting with some of the people that I've really enjoyed. Where you get to learn a little bit about the person who's playing the game, their thoughts about the world, and all that. It's just a great chance to have a conversation and open up a little bit of a dialogue. So if you enjoy that, I'm glad you found me. I know it took probably some effort to do so. So thank you for putting in the effort and finding small streamers out there. It doesn't have to just be me. There are lots of people out there making great content that you have to roll up your sleeves a little bit to find. So thank you for that. Now we've got a little bit of turning to do. I don't know if we'll quite get to the fight. I would really hope to. As I said in the last video, that's the intent. We want to get a little structure set up. We want to get a few villagers in there, comfy and cozy, and sufficient to constitute a village, and then we'll throw down a couple of hired guns along with ourselves, and we'll try to take care of most of the smashing ourselves. So that's kind of the goal. Now, seems always so quiet when you come past and the chickens are making all kinds of noise and there's chaos, or the game, despite having the music turned down, is making lots of noise, and then it just goes to still. It's like, ooh, okay. And now I'm going to be a little bit extra paranoid and check one thing that we had done was dropped off the desktop audio quite a bit. And I also had dropped that down quite a bit when we were breaking seeds. So let's go back up there. Might have also been blocks. I was going to do that. Custom. Those are custom settings, guys. Make sure you note them. Very, very important. I'm just kidding. All right. We've got A lot of dirt. I don't think I'd even... Oh, I had distinguished. Okay. Oh, kind of shooting myself here in the foot by having so many shulker boxes out in my inventory right at the moment. Lowers our capacity, but this isn't the main goal here. We just got to make a little bit of room. We got to grab some fences and some gates, some building supplies for wherever we're going to keep them safe. And food for breeding. Done. Good. Drop those. We've still got this one, which is going to be the worst, because it's just all the random stuff. But we can run these down and put them back in the main container. Gray. All these. We won't need any of the wing supplies for a bit, but I want to keep both of these handy. One has all of the iron and pumpkins set up for the build, and the other has... Let's just grab everything here. I think it will... Looking, just want to get everything in here. Okay. You're done. I think that's an oak leaf. Okay, oak sapling. But no. Oh, that was from when I just ran through those that old cutting. Seeds. Fortunately, a lot of these flowers are going to go upstairs, so are the string, I guess, can go down here. Let's save us a little bit of time. Tripwire hook goes outside. Oh, and here. Put those in. So we gotta get in the habit now of breaking our iron ore. Stone. And andesite. Okay, now I think we can go upstairs. We'll dump all this stuff. We'll come back down, grab up whatever I can think of to bring along, and then get to building. Flowers. Now, these really could go out, and I guess we're going to need to probably do some harvesting anyway. Okay, that's most everything there. Let's grab the supplies, and if that takes us all night, we'll come back for the crops in the morning. I'd still really want to get the staircase cleaned up. It's been so long that we've been looking at that. Alright, this will work perfectly, actually. I was thinking, let's use some of the endstone supplies. Got a bunch, right? Okay. That's good. Good load. I'm not. Don't think this is a building episode. This is a get it, get it functional and get it knocked out. Oh no. Let's take all those. We'll go hit the close sheep, not the long sheep, on the way out. What else do we need, folks? Gates, doors, wood for the beds. Fences are under sticks. That's good. Good to already have and not have to rebuild. Okay, it's almost done. Come up and grab a quick nap with our poochies. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing great. Okay, a little bit of evening burn off. Anything else in here that I'm forgetting and shouldn't? I know this has to go away. We're going to go get stuff. Got a stack of logs stored, but let's just bring one ready. Oh, we need shears. Let's make a new set. I know we're low on iron. Do we have any more iron? No, it's all been used. Between those beacons, I hear you, skeleton. Better not hit my cat. You alright over there? Smart? No? Sorry. Okay. Tripwire hook. Away. Creeper fest over here. Any more creepers over this way? Our bees are all busy and hard at work. Mad respect for the bees. I have we got a couple, but that's not enough. Where's our tools? Alright, let's put this down. Do it right. We got this space. Oh, yeah, that's good. Alright, I know it's been a long blissful moment since we've had to do this. And predictably, a little bit of damage along the way to our tilled soil. I don't know how many of those are Endermen bouncing around. To me, there's a number of different possible sources. Anytime that we see those blocks turned, they can be spiders. When it's not walled off, any mob that bounces around can certainly break them, or just turn them back to dirt. Right, is what I mean by breaking them. They're not breaking the blocks; they're just removing the fertilization. It used to be back when farming was a relatively new thing, and I don't know where all the versions went in, but even before I was playing, but some of the first videos that I saw after I discovered Minecraft and much later started looking at videos like, oh man, that's how you do that. I think I was watching some of it's probably some of Paul Soares Jr.'s earliest How to Survive and Thrive series. and I believe that started before the game went actually live. And I'm not here to say I was playing from beta or anything like that. I think um, if I had to guess, and it's a guess, I mean, I guess I could look at my account and see what year I created it. I think it says on there somewhere, um, and figured out that way. But I think I was somewhere in the 1.6s when I first started playing. I definitely remember 1.8 coming out. That was a big update, and show it. All right, we don't have to do everything here. We just need a bunch of potatoes to breed. That's enough. So let's put these extras back. Yeah, we're not looking to trade or even really give them professions. We just want them to be there and be vibrant, thriving, um, thriving villagers. I don't know if any of them need to have a profession to get started. Uh, Something to consider. Oh, I should put this. Oh, and we need to get the sheep. Yeah, really don't recall if lost train of thought there as I was thinking of the sheep. What what version it switched, but yeah, initially you couldn't walk on irrigated farmland, and that was part of the paths, using the hoe to make grass blocks into dirt paths was so that and laying down wooden slabs and that kind of stuff was to prevent you from walking in the dirt. Well, then they switched it so that if you jumped and landed on the dirt, you'd break it. And you still see that today on uh, I'm kind of wavering here on whether I really want to go here. I don't want to go to the lodge. It feels wrong to breed my closest friends and allies' children just to take them to a potential danger zone. That sounds awful, but I think maybe the village over here we can breed up a few replacements and then take some adults. Right? We don't have to wait for them to grow up, but I think that would do. So yeah, we've got lots of fence so we can funnel. We can make gates and doors. I think that's going to be pretty close. One second. All right, well, that's another reality of the. Let me get it adjusted here. Of the Let's Play unedited YouTube videos. I've got an interruption. I had to meet you guys and step away for just a second, but we're back. Hopefully, with no interference. Get out here. And now I put all of those potatoes away. 2 stacks here. Now, here's some villagers. Hey guys. I hope they have enough beds. You guys have a crafting table anywhere convenient? Kind of want to be seeing if they. Oh, and don't let the nitwit. Oh, it wasn't even a door. I remember there was some drama when we were first getting some villagers lined up. It got a little hairy. Hey, sidetrack, but we'll take those. We want those eventually. We want leather boots for the man, I am just more wool. So I don't know if I wasted that. If we get more beds, they should just immediately breed if they've got the potatoes in their inventory. So that should work out okay. And these sheep are real blessing. 21, that's 7 beds. Now we just need to probably buck up and make a crafting table. He's already asleep. Okay, that's actually okay. We got. Put you guys over there. Let's do that many. Just like first night, right? I guess I really don't have to do this to myself. I do have a bed of my own I can sleep in and get these guys back up again. Then we'll make the beds. Okay. Now. Beds. It's funny how even with all the netherite and the enchantments, it still takes an age to get those down. I would really prefer if he not be. Although, will he still count as a village? Can I put him in a boat and just get him over there for the raid? Because seriously, what do I care if he's got a job or not, right? Come on. Nope. Ha ha ha. You can't get in my boat. Now, I think he'll still. No, do not get. Oh. That didn't work at all. So now I have 2 guys running around. It's been too long since we've refined our art of villager whispering. Okay, now you guys, are either of you ready? Let's put this bed up. Does it have to be a covered bed? That's the next thing. I don't know if they'll breed for just, it used to be a door element. You had to make these like apartment complexes, but that's not a deal anymore. I don't know. Where's he going? He's like, hey, can can I make a break for the lodge? He's not getting in over there, I tell you that right now. Is that another boat? No, it's a fish. Okay, he's finally back to... Oh, I have a sneeze coming. Woo! Sorry, no mute. I just had to cover and go. There's the whole breaking beds deal. What do we gotta do to get these guys happy and procreating? Here's another... Can I go bed to bed? Kind of a Fallout situation. Anybody in here? You're in there. If you have a friend, I would gladly give you guys some potatoes. Maybe I should make a door for this building. I kind of feel like I must be responsible somehow. You know, I don't remember an incident. Well, of course I don't have enough. Hi, Mr. Golem. You are very friendly. Let's talk about personal space. Oh, come on. Alright. Doors. This is alright. This is a good use of one, because 2 is probably all we'll need back over at the other spot. Alright. I don't know if that helps or hurts. Can't really hurt. Doors, I think, are universally pretty good. But now I've given so many of these dumb potatoes out. Can't get any of... There's a dark room spawner. Oh, you guys need a bed. Oh, bad. Do not leave the shulker box. Also, why is the water everything? That it seems like a good solution there. Is it going to cost me more stone than it's worth? Okay, so I should have the brown box. This is why I wasn't sure if we'd quite get to it or not. Okay, you guys. Where'd the other one go? Come here. Have some potatoes. You too. Don't let me mess with your jam, but okay, now lots of beds. Just come Maybe I should just go breed the farmer some more. At least I know it works. They're all contained. They can't do this whole, like, wander around. What am I going to do? See, he's even trying to be in the spirit of love. All right. It's a lot of hearts. Show me the little guy. No lightning. Little guy! Alright, good. That's one. Now, if we can get another little guy, then we can just wait until nightfall and break. Do those count as well as grooves? I don't think so. I think they need to be doored. Come on. One more would be great, but I don't. Okay, give them to each other. We're almost to evening. Should I wheat harvest? Just gonna act like if I'm not waiting, maybe they'll get their act together. Purely time killing here. Oh, it's a lot of hearts. They were waiting for privacy. I mean, not privacy in the traditional sense, but privacy in the we'll do it in front of our whole. Oh, darn it! There's some more potatoes. So I don't know if that pools anything. I really don't want to have to make another structure. So where can I squeeze in more beds? That one has a couple. We don't know if those are valid or not, really. Lots of grass. I'm sure this is not a delight for them. Okay, there's no more beds, guys. Okay, now there's nobody in this bed. Where did they all go? Okay, here's a bed. Get in the boat. Oh, don't get stuck on the path. Go before disaster strikes. Path that way. I think we got like a big lava pit out in this water somewhere, as I recall. Alright. Safe. We slept, so we shouldn't have to worry about phantoms too much. There's the lava. Don't break the boat. Keep trucking, dude. No idea where he thinks he's going. But now we'll try to remember to go back and place a new bed in his cabin back there. Because we don't want... Yeah. Okay, off we go. So we may end up having to backtrack for more potatoes. All of this again is why I wasn't sure if we'd really get to the raid. Although if we can get one more back, then we're in pretty good shape. You know, we may be a little more heavy-handed when we come back around and just force them, like go to Salty's town, just grab a villager, bring him back, put him in, and then replace after the fact. Because trying to get them to, you got to basically just grab one at night when you can break their bed so they don't get that villager trading post homesick situation where they like won't go to sleep because they think their bed still exists somewhere else, and then you have to go try to find which one is not being slept in because it's owned. Huge hassle. We don't want to deal with that. Of course, I noted the coordinates, but I don't want to have to dig those up. I don't have them open. Really kind of just hoping we get lucky and run into it without too much humming around. It's in this general direction. Again, we've had tons of the guardian temples in this world. That's why it was so weird to have to hunt around for the pillager stuff again. But I guess you can't have everything. And actually, it's a pretty good one. If we make this boat trip a couple times and we get a better feel for where everything lies in relation to each other, that might not be a bad one because you want to be able to get hero of the village and whatchamacallit, bad omen, while and then be able to almost immediately get to a guardian temple to get mining fatigue as well. What is this? That looks sharp edged. So yeah, this could actually work out for our how did we get here eventually too. We may have to have some portaling set up so that we can bounce and not waste a lot of time. But when you've got both Bad Omen and Hero of the Village, you've got quite a bit of time. I think we'd said maybe we wanted to take him over to the other side. I also talked a lot about how I was going to have everything all lit up with torches. Remember that? Didn't do that at all, did we? I'm not going to worry about torches, Mr. Villager. I've got faith that you are nice, capable villager. Alright, now, first thing is out of the way. We need these guys. And we are going to try to coax him as directly as possible to a bed up here. But I don't want him to be inhibited in getting to it. I just hope he's going to be able to pathfind his way there. So I think if we can start there, now we need to, I may have just fenced myself off from the chest because I need to make gates. So I need that. Boom, 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 boom. 5 should be plenty. There. Lights here. We're doing on daylight, midday. Good. Don't want him running away from the bed we're going to set up for him. So now let's give him both of these beds as options. It's going to be real dirty, but hopefully it will work for him. Alright, now while we're getting him set up, let's get torches around the outside. So in the midst of our raids, we don't want a whole lot of mobs coming, and depending on the timing and all that, we can try to start it early in the day, but it still can run into the nighttime, especially if one of the mobs gets lost or stuck, any of that kind of stuff. And grabbing a bell wouldn't be a bad idea. Watching some content the other day, and really cool. Wasn't not Brock. The other building streams I watch. Christian, the name Christian, but set up as Chris Chin, as opposed to Christian. He's got this awesome world and started making some videos of it, but it's like a 5-year-old world already, which is fantastic. It's super cool. He was like, man, I don't use torches. I consider those to be just garbage. They're some of the ugliest things in Minecraft, and it's not disrespectful, but I always kind of feel a little affection for the Minecraft torch. It for the hardcore player, it makes so much possible. And I often hear people saying, "Oh, it's unrealistic. Torches are stupid because they should burn out." It's like, do you really want to spend all the time? I mean, people complain about trying to get TNT and sand and stuff like that. Can you imagine if you were just constantly mining coal just to keep light, and how hard that would make it to get to any kind of later content? It would be awful. So I think torches are a little underappreciated and get some unnecessary hate. Now, netherrack, lava cubes, um, magma cubes. I mean, those we can bag on all day as far as I'm concerned. Okay, sun's getting low. Maybe just ring this a bit, and then we want to be ready to get our villager up here. So we're going to leave these open. Come on. No. No. Bad. Bad villager. Get. Nope. Get up. Get up. Go find the bed. There's a bed. Oh, good job. Come on. This way. You got it. No, don't go over to where you can't climb. Come over here. You're not giving me a lot of confidence in my whole raid. No! What are you doing? Did you? Dude, that's where the bad guys are. Where are you going, man? Come here. Come on. I don't even have potatoes on me to get you. Come here. Oh, this is not looking good. All right, dude. Look. There. Are you happy? Come here. Go to bed. Oh, what? Now where are you going? What are you? Just go to the beds. Dude. So bad. I don't think he'll jump off, though. So as long as the light is good, maybe okay. Let's go. Oh, that's not gonna help. Nope. Oh, I hear footsteps. Okay, that's weird. Do not get my villager. Where did he come from? Here? Here? Dude, we're camping, man. You can't just run around all night. No! What are you doing, dude? Oh. Yeah, I see you. They will jump down 2 blocks, and then they won't be able to get back up again. Where are you going, man? You can't walk home across oceans. No. Get in the boat. Okay. I'm gonna sleep. This is working well. Just as well as I'd hoped. Totally smooth. No problems. Okay. Plan B is we let all those guys burn. We deal with any creepers. I think the problem is he doesn't like that that's an outdoor bed. He wants a roof more even than the beds. And I'd failed to think about that, but that's also why they weren't breeding. So we'll try to build the structure. And we'll definitely get rid of this little oops. Where was that little oops? Over here? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you can see he was totally fine to jump down there. So we need to finish this little structure off, I think is our deal. Can you just chill out there and not cause trouble? That would be great. Enderman, just don't steal anything that I need. Including, I guess, the blocks that make this inaccessible. Just need to get working space here. About that. Okay. Now, I'm going for beauty here. Still off. I'm not going for beauty here, but I'm going to make it all even. Bloop, bloop, bloop. How'd that horse get beyond? Did he jump over the fences, maybe? Purple. And then... all those. Okay, again, this... Don't expect the amazing here. Because if you do, you're going to be disappointed. Maybe go like that. 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 Oh. Already goofed. Purple. couple. Oh, this was the. This was the side. Look at that. How gross does those ends? Everything else is decent. How about like this? There. Here. Maybe here. Oh, making this so difficult. There. 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 Oh, very stockady. Ooh, how about like this, this. Let's just sell some of those fences. Okay. Door. Alright. Torches. Torches there. Torch there. Okay. Inside. Torch, 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 torch. Still doing okay down there, buddy? Oh. Garbage. Probably need those. Wish I had some scaffolding. Don't think I do, though. Very low on torches. Getting very low on daylight. What I did there? Oh. Don't mess around. there yet. That's there. Sleep. Whew. No idea on the time. Oh, just missed it. Let's gonna go for a sip of water in this. Ooh, we're already at 105. Let's try to get this structure done and maybe get this first guy in here. That would be a big win in my book. Purple, 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 purple. There. 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 So if you gotta have a box, might as well at least try to make the box a bit less horrid. With a little design. Alright. That's steak. And purple. Well, it is pretty bad. But it's a pattern at least. No, there's all our torches. Okay. Now once they get in, we gotta try to confine them. Maybe like that. Was my bed still up there? Or did I break it? Okay. Or a bed. Oh, I don't have any more torches. I don't think that's enough torches. Anybody think that's enough torches? Good, because you'd be fools too. Wait, bed. I want to keep at least one for myself. Alright, so new plan. They come in here. They have doors. They have shelter. They can hopefully consider this an appealing bed. I'll leave that for now. Oh, no, I just slept again. Man. So how am I going to entice him up here? Does he still have a job or is he jobless? He looks jobless, right? You're just a regular old villager. Well, let's go. Now, do any of these have dependencies beyond the workstation, I wonder? chest on that one. Isn't there a... Is it slabs that make the barrel? Barrel is one, right? What else do we got? We got... That I can make easily without books. Got no iron. I can make composting bins, but I don't know if they require farmland. I guess we can put some farmland up here. I got a hoe, right? Okay. Let's test. Well, let's put one up here to see if we can get them up here first. Those go away. Come on, please. I built you a house, man. It's a beautiful house. Listen. Why? Okay. Now, come on. There's a job waiting for you up here. A bed under a roof. It's going to be beautiful. You coming? Come on. Come on, buddy. You can do it. It's glorious up here. Look at it. It's purple and white. Creamy kind of white. Look, there's a compost bin. Okay. All right. Now, let's go make sure that this is sealed. Okay. It's a whole lot of something. I thought I had a gate over there. Ooh, that's still good. Okay. He's got a bed. I have no torches. Alright, you gonna be alright for yourself over here, buddy? You got a bed. You can wander. Just don't get any crazy ideas. I'd really like to have you come inside if I can hang out. Just long enough for it to get to be night would be a real bonus. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I was all worried about farmers and having access to their workstations and all that. We have a whole lodge full of farmers that don't have any arable land. They just have a bunch of compost bins. I'm crazy. Yeah, you're going to be fine, dude. I know you're a little homesick. That's why you're standing like on the last point of land looking for home. But it's cool. I'm going to get one of your buddies now that you taught me all the painful lessons. That'll be the next episode. Okay? It's going to be all right. I like your hat, though. It's very nice. Keeps that sun off. Should we just sit and watch the sunset together? Uh-huh. Yeah, you're a fine fellow. And you got a horse friend up here. Still don't know exactly how he decided that up here was where he wanted to be. Can I maybe get him inside by moving this? Let's do that. Okay, he's back to nothing. Let's put your workstations in here. You can be right next to your beds. Come on. Come get at your job. Come on. Got a job here for you. Come on. It's over here. Come on. There you go. Oh, you're getting excited. Come on. Yeah, it's this way. This. Oh, you want to go through that door? Or you want to see the horsey? Horsey's cool too. Here you come. Oh, you go up on the roof? It's a nice roof, isn't it? I like that pattern. Put a lot of effort into it. Well, I see how you feel. All right. You are now tucked in, ready to go. We just got to get another one of them over here, and we will be rocking. And of course, I can't sleep yet. Well, I'm going to start the wind down here. We're going to sleep before we end this up, but I want to thank you all so much for tuning back in. As I started off this episode and wanted to say it was really why I came back and played another one this evening. I felt so bad this afternoon. It was, you know, I don't think it was quite an hour after I'd wrapped up, and I'd been loading up the videos, and I kind of happened to see one of them that had the blue starting screen on it. And I was like, that's weird. Usually the thumbnails won't do anything like that. It was in the suggested, right? Now, because I'd force loaded over the dragon explosion. So I'm like, that's a little odd that those would be the options. And I looked, and no bueno. So for the next episode, two things that I do want to do. I want to get some scaffold because I want to be able to pop up on top here. Pew, 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 pew. We kind of want to be able to do that already, but it's never a bad thing to be up above our situation. Remember, we're going to have some hired guns wandering around here as well. But we don't want to set them up until we constitute a village. So all that to come in the next episode. But for now, I sincerely really mean it when I say thank you so much to those of you guys that have been offering the feedback, either directly or in the comments, hitting the likes. And as I mentioned, if you're enjoying it, go ahead and hit the subscribe. Doesn't take anything, and all it'll do is populate up new videos for you when I post new stuff. Which at the moment is coming at a pretty steady clip. It has a lot to do with the fact that feels a little bit like the surface of the sun when I go outside, and that's kind of limited the rec stuff. But I've already been talking with some friends and stuff, trying to get plans lined up for the upcoming weekend to get out and enjoy it when it cools off a bit. So expect that this will back off a little bit, and at that point you're gonna maybe have to make do by one a day. But man, we'll see how the sleeping goes this evening. I think I'm due, but if it's too hot or anything, I may get another one up here in the middle of the night if I'm up and tossing and turning. I want to do this raid, so we'll see. But for now, take care of yourselves. Go ahead and grab a break if you're watching these straight through. It is so vitally important for your good health, your mental well-being. Just keep a little variety in your life. That's what we're designed for, is to recognize patterns and then break out of them. So don't too firmly settle into that couch as you're maybe beating the heat or enjoying some AC time. You want to mix it up a little bit. Go out early, go out late. If it's hot where you are like me, if it's nice out, man, enjoy that sunshine. I wish we could, but we'll get back to it. And for all of you, please stay the awesome people that you are out there. I can't wait to see you back for the next one. I hope you did enjoy this and will want to come back for more. If you are enjoying it, please consider letting other folks that enjoy the game know this is out there. They may find it's something that fills their viewing or background running needs as they're playing the game too. Anyhow, take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. There should be a raid. See you.